Yeah, I sold it, and then after that moment, I never sold another bass again. And I have currently about 40 basses.
Wow.
Yep, about 40. I just bought a V4B cabinet. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
It's deeper than it's twice as deep as an SVT. Well, there's that whole big contentious issue now with this. Like it's sacrilegious to play anything but a
Yeah.
but a four-string bass. Which kind of pisses me off because,
Get into that.
well, the thing is, I played four-string bass like everybody, right? But then when I got into the spotlight, the Mike Varney thing,
Yeah.
and I did that, I thought it was time to try to do something more, and not necessarily on the four-string. Like I said, so six-string back then, like '87, it was relatively new.
Very new, yeah.
You know,
yeah.
so I had Carl Thompson build me one. For out of Brooklyn. Took him 2 years, and I had a little contact with him. I gave him a down payment. And then 2 years later, he said, "Your four-string bass is finished." And I thought he was just messing with me,
Yeah.
But I got it, I worked with it, and it's an amazing instrument that I still have.
Wow.
That I get email all the time, people want to buy it,
Wow.
But it wasn't the thing for me. Like I wasn't able to do on it what I thought I could.
Okay.
So fast forward to '94, that's when I picked up the 12 string. And what it essentially is, as you know, it's just a four-string bass with octave guitar
Right.
string. So if an eight-string bass has the fundamental and the unison string, this has another unison string.
Right.
So it's tight spacing.
Yeah.
But most guys play it with a pick, but I play it with my fingers because I thought that I could do more that way. So I detuned the E to D, and I started messing around with like playing melodies against that like droning string, and that was it. That was after all the years of like trying to do something, that was what it took for me to advance my career. So when you ask about multi-string basses and all that stuff, I'm a very big supporter of anybody doing whatever they need to do to express themselves. Why should we limit, if a guy wants to play a 20-string bass, if he could express himself on that in a way that he can't do on a four, then more power to him. The problem is you have the old guard of players that are very protective of their legacies and the legacies of the greats. Like, in other words, these same guys that say that you can't play multi-string basses, it's okay for Anthony Jackson because of course he's the greatest.
Right.
But what I'm saying is the guys that don't like the era of multi-string, they give a pass to those in their era that do it because
Yeah.
they're, but new guys, and it's amazing to me, like when I put on YouTube and I see the things that people are doing. I'm not saying that it's the answer. You still, as much as YouTube is good and you could see all this stuff, you still have to come up with your own thing.
Yeah.
And maybe I think in this age it's hard to do that when you see all this stuff.
Right.
We were limited growing up. What do we have? We didn't have YouTube. I used to go to the city to see Steve Swallow with the Schofield, at the Village Gate. And that's all I did. For the 4 years that I was supposed to be in college, I was playing 10, 12 hours a day for 4 years. What better training for a musician than to do that,